Many artists experience what I'm going to call the improvement cycle. This essentially, at least in my experience, involves a period of feeling pretty good about your art, nothing amazing, but you're proud of it. Then art block starts to creep in as your brain starts to realize that something's just wrong. It's not looking the way you know it could look, but you aren't quite sure how to do it the way you want to yet. That art block can range from a mild frustration and feeling stuck to a debilitating sense that nothing you draw is good, almost like a skill regression. As you continue to try to push forward, whether that means resting or studying or whatever technique you have for your art block, it will fade away and you will enter the euphoria part of the cycle. Whatever technique was stuck in your brain suddenly clicks, and you feel like you're on top of the world, art flowing from your mind to the tip of your pen with very little effort, and you are proud of what you are making. Right now, I'm on the art block phase. So let's talk about that while I work on this Christmas present for my brother. His favorite Pokemon is Screamtail, so I'm designing the cover to order him a personalized notebook that's Screamtail themed. I want it to feel otherworldly and fun, so the colors are all playful and the Pokemon are all playing and having a good time. There's even some little babies, they're so cute. When I was younger, art block meant my creativity would grind to a halt. I would pick up a pencil. I used to draw on loose leaf paper with random Toby pencils in my house. I would lower the pencil to the paper, and if I was lucky, I would draft out a sketch that made me so mad I wouldn't touch a pencil for at least another week. Sometimes I just couldn't get myself to draw at all, the pencil hovering above the paper emptily, the promise of an artwork echoing hollowly in my mind. These days, I have a slightly different approach. I take art much more seriously now, considering it's currently what I'm doing as work, and I can't afford to just not draw. Instead, whenever I find myself on this intense art block, I increase the number of studies I do. Because my art block usually stems from that sense of something not being quite right with my art, I've learned that if I can start learning new things about art, even if they're not directly relating to whatever I'm finding frustrating, I end up improving everything in a more holistic and complete way that leads to the eventual breakthrough being even sweeter than it would otherwise be. It also lets me jump from topic to topic, so when that hopeless frustration starts to try to settle in, I just change what I'm doing and approach art from a new angle. The thing is, I still haven't made my breakthrough. I feel like this piece really captures the art block I'm feeling. I was constantly going back and forth, debating on if I liked the shape of things, the color, even just the vague vibes of the piece. The color theory is interesting and looks nice enough, but isn't as good as I think it could be. The line art is too one-dimensional and the shading and rendering is non-existent because, well, frankly, I hate rendering. But it still looks good. I see its flaws because I am my own greatest critic, but my brother is genuinely excited for when the journals come. People can look at my art and, well, I see all the flaws of my creation. They see the beauty that my hands create. And I think it's really important that we as artists remember to see the beauty in our art, even as our eyes are able to pick up on the flaws that didn't used to bother us much. I'm on a journey to improve a lot of things. I'm aiming to improve my anatomy, my perspective, my color theory, and hopefully find at least a vague rendering style that I can tolerate doing well enough. But in the meantime, I aim to enjoy the journey, even when it gets frustrating or feels like my art just isn't good enough for what I want it to be. And I hope you can do the same for you. And here's the final artwork. I think this will make a really cool front cover for the notebooks. Let me know in the comments what your techniques for art block are, and also what your favorite Pokemon is. To be honest, mine's probably Xerneas right now, but I'd change it up a lot. Man, end cards, am I right? This video was weird. Normally I'm talking about what I'm actually drawing, but I wanted to try out something new. I'm assuming no one's really listening to this part, or at least most people aren't, but if you are, let me know what you think of this kind of video format. I might do more in the future, just talking about some of the stuff going on with me while I draw in the background seems pretty fun. Catch you later.